Hi folks, I hope you're doing okay. I thought I'd do a video. I can't remember when I last filmed. I filmed a video. I have a feeling it was in the summer last year and just never posted it. Things have been chaotic. I started a new job in July last year and started a new job again last week. So yeah, it was a very, very full-time job, and yeah, lots of hours, lots of stuff. So yes, I've changed job again. Just had my first week, which was good. So fingers crossed things will settle and, you know, we can get back into some sort of normality, I hope. So for anyone who's not been here before, hi, my name's Kim. I live in the East Midlands of the UK. I have 2 boys, a husband and 2 cats. I don't know if you can see her. There's one comatose on the sofa. Don't know where the other one's gone. They had catnip earlier, so they've gone nuts, and now they're having to come down and go to sleep. So yeah, I crochet. At the minute, I crochet mainly blankets. I had carpal tunnel surgery on my hands in 2024. This one in August, this one in October, and they're probably for the last 2-3 months they're like okay, and they're not too bad anymore. However, I had x-rays on my thumbs last Friday to confirm osteoarthritis, because I wake up in the morning and, I mean, it's clicking now, but I wake up in the morning, I can barely bend, you know, can't use my thumb, and I have to like bend it myself to get going. So yeah, it's a little bit painful holding a hook, so I'm having to try and change the way I crochet a bit, which is eating my hair, which is a long-winded way to say I'm not doing amigurumi at the minute. A couple of reasons. Obviously the hands hurt, and I have a tub full of stuff, and I did a craft fair for Christmas and sold like 2 things. No, I think I sold 6 or 7 maybe, but I barely broke even. And yeah, it was, you know, any of you who've done craft fairs and have a disappointing one, you know, it's a killer. And the local school that I normally go to, the boys' old primary school, they had a craft fair, but I wasn't told or invited, or, you know, so I wasn't aware of it until the day it happened, and they already had a crochet woman there. So and that's normally my best seller, but we'll see how it goes. Obviously I'm like 9 to 5 now, so unless it's at a weekend, school ones are going to be a struggle for me. I am sort of a support for a department, but I will pretty much end up being my own department at some point, where I am, I'm going to be taking part of the transport load off the logistics manager, and I'm going to be focusing on the transport and the costing and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's probably just going to be, well, it is me and her for now, doing all of this stuff. So holidays and, you know, just nipping out for the odd afternoon may not happen just yet, but we'll see. I mean, it's only been a week, but I'm enjoying it. I feel much more rested than I have been for a while, and yeah, so it's, you know, it's been a lot this last year, a lot of change. I mean, change is hard. You know, we've got enough with like the kids growing up, and, you know, the family's getting older and things like that, and then to chuck in 2 job changes in less than a year was, you know, it's been a bit stressful, but hopefully we're through it, and I feel more hopeful and positive. So much so that I thought I'd come and film a video. So I'm going to show you, I'm working on 2 blankets at the minute, no toys at all, which is unlike me. I do keep seeing patterns and thinking, ooh, I want to do that, but just haven't. So I found I watch Amora Loves Yarn, and I will link her below, and she goes to, I don't know how I stumbled across this particular video, but she went to a secret yarn sale, and it was in Leicester. Now I live in the middle of like Derby, Leicester, Nottingham, and I was like, I can get to Leicester. I could go to a big secret yarn sale. Ooh. So I found out who it was, and went to one in January, and then got in massive amounts of trouble because Jack, my youngest, was at a camp with scouts and didn't get to come. So we went again in February and spent another amount of money. Jack spent money he didn't have, and then some, and Jack, who is 13 and choosing his GCSEs for next year, but well, for September. Tobin, my oldest, turns 18 in September. Now, some of you will have been here long enough to remember when they were this big. And now Tobin's like 5'10" or something like that. And Jack's pretty much as tall as me, so, and I imagine he will just shoot. You can see him sort of changing a bit now, because he stayed the same, and now I can just see it in his face. He's changing a bit. And they're both in Nottingham at a games workshop thing together. They went on the train because Tobin goes to college in Nottingham, goes on the train into Notts 2 days a week. He's doing like a music and audio tech NVQ, which will be worth 3 A levels, and he's generally loving his life and learning to drive. I mean, oh my gosh, and costing us a fortune. But I'm glad that we're able to do it. Really, really, really long story, or short story long. I bought some yarn from this factory sale. This is from the second time I went with, when I took Jack, and Tobin's been after a blanket, and he's been going to charity shops and finding like old clothes, and it really tends to like older clothes, not old to it, it's like 90s, early 2000s sort of. It doesn't like today's fashion, or so he said, can I have a boffy blanket, like a 70s sort of colour themed blanket? And I was like, okay, fine. So this is the Spike Granny Stitch, and I used the Hook by Robin tutorial video, which I will link below as well. So this is, I don't know, it's wider than my wingspan, but I'm only 5'1", so that's not saying much. But I only started this not last week before, on my week off, and it's quite big. So I'm using, what is this? This is Yarns Are Us. This is from the factory sale, and it's sort of Red Hot Super Saver-ish. Well, the skeins are like that. And this was 50p a ball per 100 grams. And then I got, where is it? I got like a yellowy and an orange, which is attached, so I probably shouldn't pull it. And then this brown was just the normal sort of prices. So it wasn't a lot, but they don't like you to disclose the prices because it's a sale and you have to go in and see it. But the sale yarn is like 50p per 100 grams. So yes, but I'll link to Amora's video where she goes on the one I watched, and you can see who it is from there, I think. And they've got a Facebook group and stuff, but they don't openly advertise because they would be swamped, and I think they were at some points. The first time we went, it was later in the day or later in the morning, so we'd missed the rush. As a consequence, there wasn't a lot of the sale yarn left. I still bought like a huge cone, and it probably weighed about 3 kilos, and it cost me, I can't remember how much I paid, but it didn't cost me a lot of money. £11 I think for like 3 kilos of yarn. And then I think it was the first time I went, I bought some yarn art, yarn art flowers cakes. So I got 4 of these, and I am making, oops, my hook was in it, a 4 blanket, the Hooked on Sunshine 4. It was a crochet along, so I had the pattern and I started making this. I don't know if I showed you, but it was in the beige cone of mystery that I got. I think that was from the sale at the art room, maybe, the beige one. I started making it, and then I think I had my operation, so I put it aside and didn't crochet on it for ages, and then could not for the life of me remember where I was in the pattern. And I thought I'd found it, started working on it. I wasn't. The stitch count was off. It was a nightmare, and it never got completed. I just finished, bound it off. I think it's in the shed. So that's what I've got left of the first cake. That's still a lot because it's a thin. Have a look what the yarn art flowers is. It's A1. Super fine. Super fine. And I'm using, no, that's my other hook. I'm using a 4.5mm hook with this. And the plan is to just keep going. I don't think I showed you, because I honestly don't think I put a video up for probably getting on for a year, which I am incredibly sorry about. Like I say, I did film one, so maybe if I find some footage that is okay to use, I'll put it in at the end of this, just so I can show you some. I think I'd made some toys, so maybe I can show you that. I'll have a look on the camera. So I made the Hooked on Sunshine Ardith in some cakes that I bought. I think they were on eBay, I have a feeling. I think it was something Jan had mentioned. Jan Carruthers, Urban Gypsy. Hi Jan. I think it was a seller on eBay. She'd recommended maybe, and I bought some cakes, and it was like bluey beigey sort of variegated or colour changing, not like a gradient rather than variegated. So I used four cakes, and I didn't make it to the end of the pattern because there were more rows than yarn, but it was huge. And I gave it to my sister-in-law, gifted it to her for Christmas, because she saw me working on it at some point. She was like, oh, that's really pretty. And then she looked through my shed and picked out some toys to put on her desk at work, and yeah, she seemed like she would really enjoy it, and I gave it for Christmas and she loves it, so it's good. So yeah, I quite like just still keeping my hands busy, but not with such tight, with the tension needed for amigurumi. Hopefully, I'm on the waiting list now for steroid injections in my thumbs, both of them, of course. This one started hurting not long after I had my operation, and I went in thinking, is it something to do with the operation? Is that why it's hurting? And she said, oh no, it's something different. I was like, of course it is. Of course it is. And then this one's probably a month or two has been giving me grief, so I don't know that. I don't really think there's anything they can do. There are surgery options, but they sound horrific, and yeah. But I would like to keep using my hands for a little bit longer, because I'm not that old. I mean, I'm getting old, but versus when I first started, but yeah, I would like to be able to use my hands, and I need, I type at work all day, so I can't, there's not many jobs I think you get away from typing, but mine is purely office based, so tippy tappy all day. But yes, we'll see how it goes. So I just wanted to come and film a video while the urge was there, and got a quiet house. Paul's upstairs watching YouTube, so it's fine. He's been cleaning something. I've just watched the Formula 1. Yeah, so I will see how, you will see how this goes as to whether I keep posting. I mean, I don't have the progress and the amount of production item wise that I used to, but hopefully I can pop back a bit more and be a bit more involved with YouTube, because I've just been so out of it for the last year. But hopefully this is a good start and we're getting back into things, and you know, we'll see where we go. But thank you. I've had some people comment recently asking if I'm okay, and you know, wishing as well and stuff, so thank you very much for that. And yeah, sorry for disappearing, but yeah, let's see where we go with this. But I want to thank everyone who's still making videos and still keeping me entertained, and you know, keeping me company while I'm crocheting at night. And I assume you will be now going forward when I have my lunch at work. There's a little sofa I go and sit on. I only get half an hour, but it's enough time to eat and listen to a book or watch a quick video or something, and just break my day up from staring at a screen. Stare at a smaller screen. But that's how it goes, isn't it? So yes, take care everybody. I will see you again soon, I hope. Yeah, so be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. I'm still sort of taking it slowly, trying to get back into things. But yeah, so I thought I'd show you some stuff that I've made recently. I've got 2 tubs here full of toys because I have a craft fair tomorrow. It's my only one I've done. Yeah, I've had a table at a sail trail on the sort of in the area I live in. And it's the summer sail trail, and it was early July and it tipped it down all day and nobody bought anything. So I was a little bit dejected, saying it was my first one in 18 months, and yeah, it was just not good. But I'm doing one at Soli Marina tomorrow, and yeah, hopefully it'll be good. I made another snake. This is a pattern by CrochetGrove. It's adorable, and the yarn is from the range. Very cute. I'm probably going to forget who some of these patterns are by because I'm rubbish. I will add details here. Please excuse the stuff behind me. We have the Christmas tree up in the front room, which is where I'm in the conservatory. I normally sit up at the breakfast bar island thing, but I thought I'd sit on the floor today. We've rearranged some furniture, so I have a perch to put the camera on, but this piece of furniture behind me doesn't live in here. It lives where the Christmas tree currently is. Oh yeah, it's the 12th of December. So this dudette, she's so cute. I cannot remember who the pattern is by. It will be here somewhere. But isn't she adorable? Just lost something. Oh, her price tag's gone for a walk. So this is kind of fluffy. It's not really fluffy, but more textured than normal blanket yarn. This was from the range. It's not nice to work with, to be perfectly honest. The brown is Snug as a Bug. I think the pink is as well. Wool Warehouse yarn. This probably Snug as a Bug as well. Isn't she big and pretty and lovely? Ah, and she lays down. Winky tail. I'll put her up there because her price fell off. I finished this the other day. I cannot find my Christmas ribbon. This is the Moose Ornament by Valerie of Old Soul Crochet. I made one for Angela of Yarn and Yarns. Hi Ange. God, years ago now, and I always planned to make myself one. I never did, so I pulled out some. I think this is actual banana taupe or something. I feel like I've got hair on my neck. And yeah, I made myself one, so I did some cute extra stitches around the eyes because that's adorable. If I can find I don't know where the Christmas ribbon's gone. It was in my sewing kit. The boys have been in it. I bought a new sewing machine a couple of months ago. Not really for me, for the boys. I had one and it was reconditioned when my father-in-law gave it to me about 10 years ago, and it just got worse and worse, and I didn't really know how to fix it. And yeah, we just bought a new one. It wasn't a lot, you know, I haven't bought a big professional, you know, doodad. It's just for me and the boys to mess about with. But as a result, they've been in my sewing kit. Can't find my ribbon, so it might just sit in here. I should really take it to the fair tomorrow, maybe. No, it will sit with me until I can find some ribbon, maybe at the shops or I don't know. But yeah, it's cute. I've made one of these before, and it went to one of Jack's school friends. But it's a Night Fury from a film. Look at his eyes, they're so cute. I've sort of fully bought into big old sinker eyes. I don't know if these must be sinkers, but yeah, I had to buy a tool. I've bought several tools and jigs and whatever. The one I've got now is quite good. I'll show it to you in a bit if I remember. But yeah, isn't he cute? So I quite like these snuggler patterns because you don't have to worry about, you know, stuff in the body or anything. So yeah, he's adorable. I love him. What else? Okay, I'll show you this one because the other one is like my favourite. So this is a pattern by Just Mom Crocheting. Mom. And it's a little snuggler hippo. I had so many problems with the ears, it's ridiculous. Not the pattern, me. And ended up tweaking it a little bit just to get ears that, I don't know, however I held it, which upside down, round, it always seemed backwards. So look at the difference, so cute. And it's, you know, proper sort of palm size. It's very adorable. This is in Aldi yarn. This is in leftover, the last of my Bernat or Mariner's black, but I had to swap it out at the end of I think the post is just pushing something through. I haven't heard my doorbell go, so fingers crossed. Yeah, I had to swap it out, and there's a slight colour difference, but I'm not taking the wing off. It will be okay. Let me just check my doorbell camera. Yep, it was just posting something, that's fine. My doorbell seems to have a bit of a delay, even though I'm in the house where the network is. No, it doesn't go off. What else have I got? Okay, I think this is just a Mom as well, but if it's different I'll put it down, but I will link everything. There's fluff on it, sorry. Look at the little raccoon. Oh my gosh, I love raccoons. I think they're adorable. I know they can be a pest and stuff, and they're not pets, but look at it. Look at his little face. He's so pretty, so cute. I love him. He's not got sinker eyes, just black ones, just normal safety eyes. Oh, he's adorable. He's like my favourite. I shouldn't have favourites, but he's fairly new and cute and everything. Did I put anything else I'd show you? Look, I'll quickly show you my tub. This is madness. So, I have lots of things. Yeah, lots of things. Like I say, excuse all of the mess around the conservatory because everything has been displaced because of Christmas trees. I'm back. Hello. The distraction allowed me to go and, well, I checked the post. None of it's for me, it's all for Paul. Fine. But I fetched my blanket, the hooks, and my safety eye tool, so I can show you that. So the blanket, I won't unfold it all because it is massive. This is, the pattern is Ardith by Hooked on Sunshine. It is beautiful. I will probably I'll take some photos. I've done a big picture of it on Instagram, but it is gorgeous. It's so, I will unfold it. Roxy's here to help, she thinks. So I used 4 balls of, I don't know, it's cotton acrylic that I got, I think it was on eBay maybe, I can't remember. I don't keep track of these things, I'm terrible. So yeah, I used all 4 balls, every single last bit. Well, I tried to go every single last bit and finish off the last 2 rows. I got to row 109 or something, and there were probably about 6-7 more rows to go. But I was just running out of yarn, so I had to pull back the last row and a half I'd done and just do a row of single crochet to finish it off. It is beautiful pattern, absolutely beautiful. So many different sections, so much texture. It's just, I love it, but I have no use for it, no room for it. And poor sister saw me making this when she came up to visit in the summer, I think, or I don't know, maybe maybe Tobin's birthday. And she was like, oh, that's really pretty. And then she came and had a look through my tubs and was like, this is all, you know, I think she bought some toys for a desk and stuff like that. So I think she will like that very much. So I need to wash it. And then, yeah, find somewhere to dry it. Because obviously it's December. It's not particularly cold for December, but it's raining. It's rained all day. So that's that. Let me show you the hooks. So I think I bought 5 hooks and it was about £7. So I'll put the link to it. I think it'll, I don't know how. I always find AliExpress a bit confusing, and then I buy things and price changes, and I don't know. So but it's good. So I've got a 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, and 7. Because my 7s I've got a Knit Pro, but one of them, the actual hook part comes straight out of the thing, and there's something wrong with the other one. Something wrong, sorry, common. But yeah, these are, because they're longer, like I was saying, my little finger isn't you know, curling in on itself, whereas if I use, you know, like a steel hook, it's not as, you know, it's like there, and you know, there's more, like it's more evenly balanced because I'm not putting all the pressure on my little finger, if that makes any sense at all. So yeah, I like those. They seem to be working for me, but I still have to be slow and careful because I get all carried away and excited because I'm making stuff, and then, you know, later on, my hands hurt. And then this eye gadget, I saw, I want to say it was BK Crochet, but I don't think it was. I'll find the post, Instagram post, and I'll link to it. But she's in Canada, I think, and she posted it and put a link to, it's from Amazon, she put a link to it. So I went on and like copied the description and posted it into like UK Amazon, and I think I paid about £15 maybe. It worked incredibly easy because I've had all sorts of fights with, especially sinker safety eyes, and I haven't got the strength no one's got the strength in their hands to use them. But what you get with it as well, you put your back in the bottom, put your project in with the eye on, and just click, and it's epic. I was like, will it work? Will it work? It did. So there are 2. Has one just run away? Has it gone, Roxy? Oh, there's another one. Hiding. So you get 2 of these like extenders for it, so that if your eyes are smaller and you need to come down further because there's less room, you know, between the eye and the back, you can use these in different size holes for the back of the eye to sit in. So that's quite a small one. Yeah, it's really good. I was hoping it would, you know, she made it look dead easy on the video, and even she was surprised. So I was like, yeah, I need to try that, because the jigs and stuff, I've seen people use them and they make it look, you know, quite easy. They're like, you can just put, you know, put it over the back and push it down, but I still don't, I can't really use the palms of my hands still. I don't know if you can see my scar. It's, the right hand is more noticeable than the left. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. But it's, oh, I've really dry skin. But no, yeah, I think you can see the dry skin. but not scar. So same surgeon, he said this was really neat. I want to go back and go, this one's even neater. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to show you. I mean, there's tons I could show you, but I think you've already seen the majority of it. I had something to say and it's gone. Oh yes, I think my website might not be around too much longer, because I don't post, I don't use it, it's costing me money to run it, and yeah, the majority of the time I spend on there is sorting out spam posts and stuff. So the only real link to it in anything physical is my business cards that I hand out. I don't think it, you know, more often than not people want me to scribble my phone number on the back. So I think the website will be going. I'll keep the YouTube channel. I've been demonetized anyway because I don't post enough, which is fair enough. So yeah, I think that's where we are. A bit of a, you know, change of life priorities for now. I don't have the time that I used to have, and I know people with full-time jobs do an amazing job of doing YouTube and everything as well, but yeah, I'm just not there at the minute. But I'll still be around. I'll try and post some more on Instagram. I've noticed that I posted in like April, May and November. don't know where my head's been, but I've just not been into it as much. It's like it takes up a different space in my life now, which is sad because I miss the conversations and the community around it, but I hope you forgive me for not being around. But yes, I'm gonna go and put some of this stuff away because Roxy is prowling. Yeah, and see what the rest of the day has for me. I will try and, I'll tell you what, I'll take some pictures and put them on Instagram tomorrow of my setup at the fair. They're providing a table for us. Me and Jack are going because Jack loves a craft fair and he loves spending my money before I've even earned it. He's like, can I go to the tombola? I'm like, I have money for float, that is all. Stop, you know, for the change for the customers, can you stop pinching it? He reliably informed me this morning he's got his own money. I was like, where? Because I give you your pocket money and I can see that you know. And then he wanted to go to the shop after I dropped him off at school. I was like, don't spend all your money because you could craft fair tomorrow. He'll spend my money. It's okay. To a point. I won't let him see this video. But yes, I'm going to go. So thank you very much for spending some time with me. Thank you to all the wonderful creators that are keeping me company, especially Angela at Beyond and Yarns. Hi Ange. Martin of Knit365. I love the you know, I get a notification that there's a new Vlogmas video from either of you and I'm like, other than that I'm not really watching many videos, but that's it really. I don't know what I do with my, I don't know, I listen to an audiobook if there's no videos for me to watch. That's about it. I'm so much anywho. Right, I love you all. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye.